time to buy the Z Fold 5? Well, there's some compelling deals going on right now. Of course, it's holiday season time right now on Samsung's website. You can get it for up to $1,000 off with your enhanced trading credit if you qualify for that. They're giving the free storage upgrade again. So normally they come with 256 gigabytes of storage. Right now, they'll give you the 512 for the same price as the 256. So that's nice. And if you want to grab a pair of earbuds while you're at it, you can get the Galaxy Buds Pro or Buds 2 Pro for $49.99. But wait, there's more. If you happen to qualify for Samsung's education discount, you can get a whopping extra 25% off. So if you fall into that category, that's great. I mean, you can still, if you don't get the education discount, they've got the military, first responder, police, things like that, different discounts that you can apply. They've got quite a few of them. I would actually encourage you to check that out. But that makes it a pretty compelling offer. Like, could you imagine getting this? Let's say you've got one of the phones you can trade in, get up to $1,000 off, get the Buds for $49, and then on top of that, free storage upgrade to 512. That saves you a chunk of change, gets you more storage, and then up to a possible 25% discount. That's a great deal. So this phone has been out for several months now. We've seen all the foldables we're going to get in the US. We've seen the Z Fold 5 and what it has to offer. I've covered it extensively. Then we saw the Pixel Fold. That one came out. And now we've got the OnePlus Open. So here in the United States, those are the three foldable phones you have to choose from. And some of them are pretty good. I think the Z Fold's excellent. I still use this every day. I use it every single day. I make my thumbnails on it. I like to use it at nighttime. And it's been difficult. I will say that because the OnePlus Open is a very good foldable phone. I like it a lot. And there's a lot of different things that, well, in some instances are better. Like when you look at the brightness, you look at the charging speed, and look at the baseline storage, some things like that. But you don't get the best in class software support, 4 years of upgrades, well, 4 years of operating system upgrades, 5 years of security patches. You don't get the S Pen, and you don't get DeX, and that's just to name a few things. You don't get IPX8. There's quite a few things that Samsung has really done a good job with as far as establishing themselves. They created foldables, essentially, and they've been the king of foldables for quite some time. So when you take a look at it, you look at the availability, you look at the discounts, you look at the Samsung name, there's quite a few things that make a really compelling argument for this still being the best foldable phone in the United States in 2023. I think it's kind of neck and neck when you put it up next to the OnePlus Open, but a lot more people have trust in the Samsung brand. When not saying you should or you shouldn't, I like the OnePlus Open. I think it's very good. I've really enjoyed that phone. But one thing I look at, and I ding the OnePlus Open for this, and I ding the Pixel Fold for this, when you have a phone like this that costs this much money, one, you should have a stylus. And of course we had that with the S Pen that we get with the Z Fold 5. That's really the icing on the cake for this for me. But also it should be the best in, like, absolutely amazing at multitasking. And that's where you get up to 4 active windows you can have open at the same time. You get OneUI. OneUI, I think most people still consider to be just about the best whenever it comes to operating system. We know that they're Johnny on the spot with the updates and the upgrades. And you get DeX. This is the only one of the 3 phones that has any sort of desktop type of software that you can use where you can connect it wired to a monitor, you can use it wirelessly, you can use all sorts of accessories, and that stuff really does count. Like, it really does make a difference. Now, I like what you get with the, see, it's funny, because most of the other phones, you take a look at the Pixel Fold, you take a look at the OnePlus Open, their front screen is basically considered the main screen. It's just like any other normal cell phone, and whenever you fire it up, that's what you get. But it's a little bit different experience, because on the front screen of those phones, the Pixel Fold is kind of short and wide, and then the OnePlus Open is more like a normal phone, but I think the dimensions are still the best on this one. And then when you open it up, Samsung actually considers this the main screen. And when you look at the front screen, it's more for, yes, you can do everything on here. I mean, you can play Boom Beach on the front of this. It's not the greatest in the world, but you can do it. And it's easy, it's great for one-handed use, you have access to everything. It's not like a condensed version of the phone. You can run fully fledged open apps on this on the front, but it really encourages you to open it up and take advantage of the inside. And I mean, you see how easy it is to hold with one hand. Neither of the other foldable phones can you use and hold as easily one-handed as you can with this. And then it just works so nice and naturally, whenever you have the phone like this and then you want to use the S Pen. It works out really well. I think they did a good job with this. Now, I know there's a lot of complaints. So we would like to have the S Pen inside of it. We would like to have it with a little bit bigger screen on the front. And I get that. Using the other phones, it kind of doesn't make sense. They need to change it up a little bit in that department. But I think that this phone still stands out, I think, probably the most in most people's minds. And I think when most people think about foldable phone in the United States, they think Samsung Galaxy Z Fold. And I mean, they're probably not wrong. This is probably going to be by a wide margin the most sold one. But right now they still got some good deals on it. And this one goes until the 16th. So you don't have a whole lot of time left to act on this. But I had somebody that was asking me, because I made a video talking about the S23 Ultra deals the other day. And now we have deals on this one. And it's running same parallel deal as the S23 Ultra, which they had great deals on that one too. So I'll have links for both of these in the description. Also, I made that video a couple days ago. Both of those deals end on the 16th, but I've used both of them extensively. I've used all of them extensively. I've used the Pixel Fold ad nauseum. I've used the OnePlus Open extensively for weeks. I've used this one for months now. And if I had to go buy one of these, I would probably still say that it would be this one, because I firmly believe in having a stylus, which is what we get here with the S Pen with the Z Fold 5. I think until the other ones can find some way to get a stylus, and I know there's like 3 people in the comments going to go, but the OnePlus Open has a stylus. Well, it doesn't officially. Now, OnePlus is made by Oppo, which is their parent company over in China, and their other phone that's basically what the OnePlus Open is based off of, which is the Oppo Find N3, it has a stylus. And it's like 140, 150 bucks or something like that. You can, from what I've heard, import that and use it, but I don't think a lot of people are probably going to do that. But I'm going to acknowledge that it exists, and then we're going to move on and say, well, Samsung, they have the S Pen. It's legendary. Everybody knows about it. It's been there on the block for a long time, and it makes it really worthwhile. I've had a great experience with the Z Fold 5. I've had all 5 of them, and I think when you take a look at it from what people have, like as far as a belief in how well it's going to hold up, I think that they probably have the best reputation. I think most people put a lot of faith in that compared to other foldable phones. They've got a good, honorable warranty. They've got good cameras on here, even though they aren't as good as the S23 Ultra. And that's been my biggest complaint, right? The S23 Ultra, yes, it is the best in the camera department for Samsung. And I really feel like when you're paying $1,800, it should have the best of the best cameras. But the cameras on here, they are very good. They're more than serviceable. You can take some great photos with it. Snapdragon 8 Generation 2, all-day battery life, and then it's great for multitasking, and I absolutely love using the S Pen with this thing. I think it stands in a class of its own when it comes to that department in the foldable world. So, yes, sale going on right now. Samsung, up to $1,000 enhanced trade-in credit. You can get the Buds for $49.99. They're actually really, really good earbuds, by the way, and that free storage upgrade to 512. 512 is a ton of storage. It will last you for a very long time. And I know a big complaint is that they don't have an SD card slot as a multitasking phone. I get it. I believe that it should too. But to get 512 for the same price as 256, I think they did a good job there with that. And then that education discount of extra 25% off is really compelling. So, like I said, that's all I've got. Going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I think it's a solid phone. It gets 2 thumbs up for me if you're interested in it. And I got a lot of other videos you can watch about it as well. But links in the description if you're curious, want to go buy one. And if you have any questions or comments, of course, I'll do my best to try and get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.